Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Goodfriend. I hope that you are all doing well and staying as busy as you can. This week in math, we are going to be reviewing something that we have done a lot of in class this year, and that is solving multiplication and division word problems. I know your favorite. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be taking a look at two different word problems. I already have them written up on our whiteboard for us. And we're going to be going through and trying to remember some of the strategies that we learned when we were in school. Okay. So you might not see me while we're doing the problem. I'm going to do my best here. Okay. But our first problem that we are going to be looking at says Miss Godfrey walks 3 miles each day. If she goes on a walk for 21 days, how many miles will she walk? Okay. And if you remember, there are a few steps that we need to take before we even start solving it. So we read the problem, okay? Now we need to go through, and I like to circle our important numbers. So if I look at our problem again, I see we have 3 miles is an important number, okay? So I circle the number 3 and I underline miles. I also see this number 21 right here, and that is talking about our days, okay? So I've worked with my numbers right now, and now I'm going to see what other important information I need to underline to be able to help me solve this problem. So the first word that pops out at me right away is this big word each right here. Because when I see that word each, I know that we are either multiplying or dividing. Those are my two options. That word each is very, very important. I'm looking to see, okay, my question is asking how many miles will she walk? Okay, so I think I have all my important information right now. I'm going to start solving it, but there is a strategy that we have learned to help me know if it is multiplication or division, because I've narrowed it down to those two. And if you remember, that strategy is called our get box. Okay, so you need to set up your get box. Draw your 3 sections, write in G, E, T. And if we remember, G stands for the number of groups, the E stands for how many in each group, and the T stands for the total. Okay, and if this is set up, it would be G times E equals T. So the groups times the number in each group will equal the total. So I know I've told my class this, if you were in after school with me, the first box that we should fill out is this each box right here. And the reason I like to fill out the each box is because in the problem, we already see the word each. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to reread the sentence that has each in it. So I see, here's my period. I'm going to go back to the beginning of my sentence. Miss Godfrey walks 3 miles each day. So in that sentence, I do have a number. I have this number 3, and I'm going to fill in that number in my each box. Okay, I can also bring down my equation down to here. Okay, so now I'm left with 21 days and figuring out how many miles. And so I really need to think and ask myself, are days my groups or are miles my groups? Can I do something in a day or can I do something in a mile? So based on that, I know that 21 is going to be my groups. Okay, 21 days, 3 miles in each day, and then I'm going to be solving for my total. And based on our equation, I already know I'm multiplying. It says 21 times 3 equals question mark. I don't need to rearrange these numbers at all. I just need to now solve the problem. Okay? And you could sit there and draw 21 groups and put 3 in each group, but we learned a much better strategy that's going to help us solve this even quicker. Okay? And it's another box. So we're going to draw our box, 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication. And if you remember, there's something that goes on the top, something that goes on the side that we need to fill in first. And we already have our numbers, 21 times 3. Okay, so we're going to put 21 in expanded form. So 20 plus 1, 21. Okay, and then on the side, we're going to put our other factor, that's 3. So now we need to start with our first box. Okay, And we don't know 3 times 20. That is not a fact that you have to know in 3rd grade. So you're going to cover up the 0, okay? If you cover up that 0, now that's a pretty easy problem to do. Sorry, my finger keeps blocking everything, okay? So you can do 3 times 2. We know our 2's, okay? 3 times 2 is 6. And then we take down our 0. So 3 times 20 is 60. Now we need to do our next box. So we need to do 3 times 1. We all know our 1's. Anything times 1 is itself. Okay, giving us 3 as our other answer. So now we have this 60, we have this 3. Okay, we can bring down that plus sign as a reminder. 60 plus 3, we don't even have to stack that, but if you would like to, go for it. 60 plus 3 is going to give us an answer of 63. And I know my students know that I always like to include my label, so I know what I'm talking about. It's asking how many miles will she walk? She will walk 63 miles. Okay. So if you're doing your practice this week and you don't remember how to do our 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication, come on back to this part of the video and re-look at it. We're going to do one more problem together today. Okay. And I'm going to flip over my handy dandy board. Look at that. Ready for us to go. Okay. So this next problem we're going to look at says, Mr. Stewart has 36 jump ropes. He wants to put 6 jump ropes in each box. How many boxes will he need? So I'm going to go through that same process all over again. Okay, so first we need to circle our numbers to begin with. So I look, I see 36 is my first number. 36 what? 36 jump ropes. Okay, then I keep reading. He wants to put 6. There's my next number. What's the 6 talking about? Jump ropes again. Okay, in each box, how many boxes will he need? So I did my numbers. Okay, now I need to go back and underline my important words. Those important words, right away, this word, each. Each, it tells me multiplication or division. Okay. And then I should underline my question so I know what I'm looking for. How many boxes will he need? Okay. Again, I see that word each. I have a strategy to figure out if I'm going to be multiplying or dividing that I should be doing every time to make my life easier. Okay. So once again, I'm going to set up my get box. All right. And start filling it in with the information I know. Like I said for the other problem, I like to start with the E box because I have the word each right in this problem. I'm going to go back. I'm going to read the sentence that has the word each in it and see if there's a number in that same sentence. So here's my period. I'm going to backtrack. There's my capital letter. He wants to put 6 jump ropes in each box. Oh, I see a number. Okay. So that number is going to go in my each box. Okay. And then I need to ask myself, is 36 jump ropes my total? Or is 36 jump ropes my groups? Okay. Well, I underlined this part of my question also. How many boxes? So I'm dealing with boxes and I'm dealing with jump ropes. So I know I've told my students again, and the after-school kiddos that I saw, okay, do jump ropes go in boxes or do boxes go in jump ropes? Remember, our groups need to be able to have something, to hold something, to get something. Okay. I've never seen a box and a jump rope before, but I've definitely seen jump ropes in boxes. Okay, so those boxes are going to be my groups because I can put those jump ropes in the boxes. But that's my question. Okay, so first let me fill in 36 in my total. Okay, and just like before, we put a question mark in one of the boxes. Okay, this time we're going to put a question mark in my groups. That's what I'm trying to solve. But this problem looks a little bit funny. Blank times 6 equals 36. So we're trying to figure out a part of the multiplication problem, which means I need to flip these numbers around and make an equation that makes sense. Okay, we've talked about fact families. Multiplication and division are related facts. I need to flip some of these around. So the problem I'm actually going to be solving is 36 divided by 6 equals question mark. Okay? If you have a question mark in the groups or in the each, you're going to be dividing. Okay? So this time we have a question mark in the groups. If you have a question mark in the each also, you need to divide. And we've learned a few models for multiplication and division. This time we're going to be doing division. Okay? So I'm not going to start drawing 36 groups. Okay? That's my total. I don't want that as my groups. I need to figure out how many groups. Okay? But I do know that he has 6 jump ropes in each box. Okay? So I can draw 6 jump ropes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And put them in a box. I'm trying to figure out how many boxes. I have 6 in each box, 36 in total. So I need to keep doing the same thing until I get up to 36. Okay. So there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's another 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's another 6. Okay, still not up to 36, so I need to keep going. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. So I'll put another box. So right now I have 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There's another 6. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. There's another 6. Okay? And I know some of you like to label this as you go, which is a great strategy. So here's 6, here's 12, here's 18, here's 24, here's 30, and then here's 36, just to double check that I actually got up to 36. Okay? Well, I don't want to count how many lines in total. I know there are 36 in there. I don't want to count how many in each. I know I have 6 in each, so I need to count up how many boxes I just made. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. Sorry, it's a little messy. Okay. So for your practice today, you are going to have 5 problems that you are going to do. Okay. Make sure you are following the same process, circling the numbers, underlining the important words, setting up this get box, okay, and then trying to solve the problem, showing your work if you have to. Okay, so showing your groups if it's a division, showing your 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication if it's multiplication. Okay, if it's 1-digit by 1-digit multiplication, also just draw one of your models that you know how to draw. If you have any questions, feel free to message your own teachers, email them, message them through Class Dojo. They will be happy to answer your questions. Okay? Make sure you're showing your work, and I will see you later.